This bike is the most useless thing I own. Like any other vehicle, it costs me a lot of money to own and maintain and ride. But until I started actually making money on this YouTube channel, having possession of this bike made absolutely no sense. Welcome to Riding and Talking. I don't know how some of y'all can use this thing to commute. It makes absolutely no sense. I commuted on my R6 the very first year I started riding for the whole year. That includes the winter time. It has to be one of the dumbest things I've ever done in my life. Did I have fun? During the summers, yes. In the winter, I was just freezing my ass off. Some of you dudes in the comments section tell me like, this is your form of transportation. Obviously you could do it, it's feasible. There's a lot of other countries where their only form of transportation is motorcycles, like the Philippines or India. But in my opinion, in America, commuting on a super bike just makes absolutely no sense. Owning a car in America is pretty cheap. Except maybe like in New York City. There's just so many downsides to commuting on a superbike. For one, there's no storage anywhere. Gearing up takes forever in some instances. And have you ever been stuck in rush hour traffic on a superbike? It's one of the most uncomfortable positions to be in for like an hour to 2 hours out of your day. Washington State is one of those states that's illegal to lane split. But I know some occasions where it was just too hot to sit in traffic, I would just lane split. I've been riding my bike pretty much every day for the past couple of months. And today is one of those days where I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to ride today. It's freezing cold. I can make a video about something else, and I'd rather be home and warm. But for the sake of today's video, why not? Let me force myself out here when I don't want to be out here to give you an idea of what it's like to live with the downsides of only owning a superbike. Personally, I think I could commute on a cruiser every single day. They're comfortable, I can touch the ground, and you can carry stuff. Like you couldn't get hard bags for your Harley. Can you get bags for this? Yes, absolutely. If I were commuting on only this, would I own bags? Absolutely. I would own soft bags in the back just so I can carry crap. Before this YouTube channel started picking up steam again, I actually had my bike up for sale because I had already come to the conclusion that these things are pointless to own. Now, I'm not saying they're not fun to own, because at the end of the day, these things are toys. Superbikes belong at the track. And if you're using a superbike to commute every day, it's almost like a waste of bike. I belong to the group that believes that if you've never been to a track day on your bike and you own a superbike or a super sport, you're missing the point. Yes, street riding is fun. Street racing is a lot of fun. Hitting up the canyons on these things is a ton of fun. It's something that I do frequently during the summer. But when I wasn't riding this every day to create vlogs, it just kind of sat in my garage. There was a couple of months where I even paid insurance and I never rode it once. Could you imagine paying for insurance $1,000 a year down the drain if you don't ride these things every single day? It's like this weird balance of, if I ride it and I'm not riding it at the track, I'm doing it wrong. But if I ride it in the streets every day, I'm also doing it wrong. I've gotten a lot of comments telling me that I'm on the wrong bike, and I definitely agree. I think like a naked bike would be a lot better for street riding every single day. I think those bikes are better for commuting as well, if that's what you're gonna do. And nobody ever says take your naked bike to the track because that's where it belongs. Why? Because it's upright. Is it a bad track bike? No, absolutely not. It's probably a better track bike because you'll be at the track more comfortable in corners. Everybody knows naked bikes corner a lot better in tight corners, at least, than super bikes. Way easier to flick around. Oh, welcome to the bridge. I'm not stopping here today. It's cold as hell. I'm going to get coffee. I love those dudes who comment in the US like, I don't have a choice. My bike is my only transportation. And I'm like, dude, no. Those guys in India, those are the guys that don't have a choice. In America, you have a choice. You don't have to commute on a motorcycle. Now, it's definitely a way more fun commute if the weather is on your side. But if it's really cold like this, it is freaking miserable, bro. Oh man, this used to be a coffee shop. It's gone? Shit. Alright, welcome to downtown Tacoma. Dang it. I used to go to that coffee shop when I would teach long days. Okay. Gotta be a spot around here somewhere to get some coffee. Is there a Starbucks nearby? Lame. Here's the downside to riding a bike. I can't. Oh, hey, coffee shop. Okay, that's a coffee spot. Okay. I got lucky. I was gonna say, I can't pull out my GPS and just, you know, find a different spot. I have to pull over or drive around like an idiot until I found a spot. Man, there's just so many downsides to riding this thing every day as a commuter. It's just, I don't know, it's really pointless, man. Cafe Azure. Azure? I don't know. Perfect. Oh yeah, I'm tired. So I have to carry this backpack around anytime I want to bring my camera. Let me show you guys my motorcycle storage real quick. I use two hands here. I don't know if you would even consider this storage. Look, right there. The only thing that could really fit in here is my registration. And that's like barely. Look at this. Nothing. I can't fit anything in there. It's wild. So if I wanted to do groceries, I'm limited to my backpack. I can hang bags off of my mirror or my wings, maybe. It's just ridiculous, man. This, like, I don't know how you guys can commute on this damn thing. Not to mention gas. I mean, gas is maybe like 40 miles a gallon on this, maybe 50, but I have to put premium. Look at this tire wear. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's like a clear difference in compounds. Look, see that line right there? I never thought I would actually see the physical difference in compounds. Like, this is obviously the harder compound. Somebody had asked me if I could make a video about how to ride every day, like what to carry, what to bring with you, what gear to use. And I don't think there's any like one piece of gear that you would bring. Like, it would be seasonal depending on where you live, right? You obviously need some kind of cold weather resistant gear, but honestly at the end of the day, my suggestion would be not to do this every single day. Maybe if I lived in California or something, but even then I wouldn't ride a super bike. I wouldn't ride a super sport. It would be a naked bike. Sport bikes just have no utility at all. You can definitely get from point A to point B using one of these, but everything about it as a commuter is useless. I'll tell you what though, the quick shifter and auto blipper is nice. That's like a must-have for street use. A lot of people think, oh, it's better at the track, but no, the street use is great for quick shifter and auto blip. I love it. Golly gee whiz, it is cold as hell. Whew. Man, it's freezing. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't fun being out here in the cold though, and in terms of like being the only biker around. But the roads are pretty empty considering it's a Monday. I mean, most people are still at work right now. I've been enjoying getting lost in my own city. It's almost like being a tourist. Like that coffee shop, I just found it. I didn't know it was there. There's a coffee shop that I go to in that area normally, but it was nice to just kind of find it. Being off on a weekday has its perks. Working on the weekend sucks, but being off and nothing's busy, you don't have to wait in line, it's definitely kind of nice. The more I ride this thing every single day, the more I realize that maybe a smaller bike would make way more sense. Sport bikes to me are more of a want than a need. I don't need to ride a sport bike. I want to. It's fun. I don't need 1,000 cc's. I want one. It's cool. It's for clout. I don't need a $20,000 super bike. I mean, my bike doesn't even have a rear seat, for Christ's sake. It comes with foot pegs, but it didn't come with a seat. It's such a strange bike, man. Real quickly, do you guys shop at O'Reilly's or AutoZone? Somebody in the comments section is gonna be like, Advanced Auto Parts, gears and gasoline for life. I once took a 12-hour ride on this. I think it was like 600 miles. This was like way back in the day. I had to pick up my grandpa's ashes from California and bring him back home to Nevada. That's where all my family was. And I remember how long and like grueling but fun that was, because I did it with my friends. I actually got a flat on the way back. Some dude pulled over and he helped us out. But that was like one of the last long rides that I've done on a sport bike. These things are just not made for long distance riding. You can make them a little bit more comfortable, obviously. Get taller adjustable clip-on, maybe get a more comfortable seat, add some bags so you don't have to carry everything on your backpack. But the other day my buddy Ray hit me up, and it was Super Bowl. He was like, oh, you want to go ride? And I'm like, well, where to, dude? And he was like, oh, we're gonna meet up at the mall and then end up at Alki Beach. And I was like, what? And he lives like on the northern part of town, like an hour and a half from where I live, right? So I would have had to like ride up 45 minutes. I just didn't see the point in it anymore. Sometimes I'm like, why don't I ride with people anymore, man? Like, why don't I go anywhere except to like the canyons or the track when I actually ride, besides when I'm motovlogging? And I realize I've just gotten like so lazy, or maybe like the fun part of riding is just worn out. Like it's worn off for me. I've done it all. Any of you guys ever feel that way, where like everybody's riding and then like you want to go out and ride, but you're just like, nyeh. Maybe I just don't like people anymore. I don't know. Because I do enjoy riding out here, like when I'm by myself and I'm talking to my helmet. It's a little strange because I'm a very social person, but riding motorcycles, I'm kind of anti-social. I don't know if that makes any sense. Because for me, riding is like, it's for me. It's not for other people. It's not like I go and ride to a Two-Wheel Tuesday to show off my bike or whatever the fuck, you know, whatever the reason people go to these bike meets. Maybe they're lonely and they need friends or something like that. But for somebody like me who I have a lot of friends and I talk to a lot of people, when I'm on my bike, it's a chance for me to be alone. Like, I don't want to ride with you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to connect with you. Yes, I have a Bluetooth Sena thing, but no, I'm not going to talk to you. I just realized I didn't do an appreciation stop, so here it is. We're home. This dude named Jacob just bought stickers off my website. You're today's sponsor. Thank you so much, Jacob. I appreciate your support. This appreciation stop is for you, my friend. You ordered 6 stickers. I'm sending you 10. I really appreciate it. Jeez. My gosh, look at this. Look at this beauty, man. Look at it. Ooh. Ooh. J-licious. Oh my god. Ah, I just came.